let's take a minute and start going through these. And I hope after I go through a few more of these and model these for you, they'll become a little bit easier. Okay, so you've got log 3, log 5, and log 10. So that's what you're dealing with. So to get 45, I could say 5 times 9. The 9 can be changed to 3 squared. So I've got log 5 plus 2 logs 3, which is q plus 2p. So ask me questions if you kind of gotten stumped.
I have 2q plus p.
So that's not equivalent.
Oh yeah, no, I see. I have 5 times 3 times 3, but then I put log 5 plus log 5 plus.
Oh, okay. Just miscopy. Yeah. All right. On C. Anybody get this one? Emma, how did you approach this? So that would be log square root of. You did the cube root of
I did 3 squared
10?
times 10.
Okay, cube root of 10. Not.
I just got the 3 in front of
Yeah.
square root.
Oh,
3 in front of square root.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, I just said it wrong.
like a 3 heap.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, that's, I don't think
Yeah, because the cube root of 10 is not equivalent to the square root of 90. Caleb, I heard you saying something, but that's a, keep going.
I did 3 square root times 10.
3
3
what?
squared times 10.
3 squared times 10. Okay. So Emma, if I misunderstood you, darling, you may have said something I misunderstood. So 3 squared is 9, and 9 times 10 is 90. Now, to expand that, that would be 3 squared times 10, and everything is to the 1/2. So, squared to 1/2 would be 1, and that would be 10 to the 1/2. So this would be log 3 plus 1/2 log 10. So log 3 was p plus 1/2 r.
I think what Emma did was the 3 to the square root of 10, and so then I put 3 times 10 to 1/2,
Okay.
and then got log 3 plus 1/2 log 10, which is p plus 1/2 r.
All right. So tell me again. We have this.
The equivalent of 90 is 3 to the square root of 10, and then put that to the 10 to the 1/2.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
that's what I
Oh,
meant to say.
yeah. Okay, not the cube root of 10,
Yeah,
but
just
3
say it
square
wrong.
roots of 10. Yes,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's why I said I may have misunderstood you.
I
No,
just said
that's-
it wrong.
That's perfectly fine. Yes, absolutely. That's good. You see why this is hard is because everybody will take their own path to get there. So no, very good, very good. Anybody else do it a different way? Okay. Then let's look at D. This one was a little bit tricky. Did anybody think that they figured out the log of 0.2? Okay, let me hear you crazy.
And I got log 10 over 5 over 10.
Okay, which is equivalent to 1/5.
Which is 0.2.
Right. So what you did was log 10 over 5 over 10. Which, when you multiply by 10's reciprocal, there's your 1/5. Okay, so let me go back to what you were doing. So you got log 10 minus log 5 minus log 10. Those canceled, right? Leaving you a negative log 5, which is a negative q. Negative Q is correct. Okay,
Times 10.
so, that's okay.
I started to do that and then it just seemed wrong,
Yeah,
so
I
I
didn't know.
stopped.
I didn't know I could like. Okay.
But 2/10, okay, I'm fixing to really, I'm gonna show you just because I've done this 1,000 times. 2/10 is the same thing as that. Log 1 is 0. Ponder that. Log 1 always goes to 0. Log 10 is always 1. So you can use the log 1 because that's not going to be a letter. That's going to go away. Okay? And log 10 would also, if you had, for some reason, you had a 1 that you needed. Okay. Let's look at A, B, C, D, E, log 750. So I saw several of y'all working hard on this one. Did you get it?
Okay. Oh,
No?
yeah, I did.
Go ahead, Caleb. What'd you
I
get?
did 5 squared times 10 squared, or not 10 squared, but times 10 times 3.
There's your 25. I see that 75 is some multiple of 25. I know I can get a multiple of 25, 5 squared. So you can do 5 squared, which is 250 times 3. There's your 750. Actually, I saw it as 25 times 3, which is 75 times 10, which is my 750. That's the way I saw it. But to each his own as far as that goes. We still came up with the same answer. So we got 2 logs of 5. Go ahead, Caleb.
Oh, I had
No, I was going to let you go. You're good. Log 10 plus log 3. So you had 2 Q's plus R plus P in any order. Any order. You got your homework sheet, right?
yeah, just one.
So questions, comments? I know. Questions, comments, did you figure it out after looking at it for a while? Some yes, some no. I heard people leaving last period said, this is the first time I've been confused. So I know it's a tough.
I get how to do it, but my brain just sometimes can't
Like we want to go straight to it, like we want it to be and very obvious.
I
And
I don't like that. It's like guess and check.
the playing with the numbers is hard.
I didn't get this one.
You didn't get, this was the 60, right?
I think it takes too long.
Now, one of the things I will tell you is if it doesn't come obviously, like there's no multiplication that's going to happen. 10 times 6, but there's no way for me to get a 6, right? 15 times 4, there's no way for me to get I can get a 15 with 3 times 5, but there's no way for me to get a 4. So I'm running out of multiplication options. So the only other thing that I could do is maybe division. Well, what's opposite of division? So what could I multiply this by? Could I multiply it by 3? That would be 180. So is there any way I could do 180 divided by 3? Is there any way to do 180 in that?
Well, I was 3 times 10 squared over 5.
Over 3.
Over.
Oh, is that what you're saying? What'd you say for the 180?
I don't know. It's
That would be
That's for
9
something
times 20. And I can't get a 20. I could get a 5, but I can't get a 4. So that's not going to work. So I'm trying to show y'all my shortcuts. So times 3 won't work. What about times 5?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
All right, so 60 times 5 would be
300.
Can I get 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, by 3 times 10
times
squared.
10. Oh.
Mhm. Then divide it by, not divide it by 60, but divide it by 5.
That's what
That will give you the 60. So sometimes, here's the best help and advice that I can give you. On these crazy ones, if it's not obviously a multiplication, try multiplying this by each one of these numbers given to see if you could get the resulting product somehow. So I know 300 divided by 5, so that would be 3 times 10 squared divided by 5, which would be the log of 3, plus 2 logs of 10 minus a log of 5, which the log of 3 is P plus 2 R's plus Q.
would be minus Q.
Oh, I'm
The
so,
dividing.
yep, I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure I didn't wrong.
No, because I was not seeing that minus that I put up there. All right, and the last one was 1/6. So I bet some of y'all are using my trick now on the 1/6. So that would be the log of 1 minus the log of 6, right? The log of 1 is 0. It goes away. So how could I get 6? Is there any way to get 6? Could I use my trick on this one? Is there any way to get 6 out of 3 and 5 and 10?
3 times 10 over 5.
I could do 3 times 10 over 5. And so that becomes, now, let's see, we need to be careful on this one with our signs. That negative is going to go out front of everything. So that's going to be log 3 plus log 10 minus log 5, with that negative out in front of everything. So log 3 is P, so that's negative P. Log 10 is R, distribute that negative R. Log 5 is Q, but a negative makes a positive. In any order, as long as you have a negative P, a negative R, and a positive Q.
I got that, but all opposite signs.
That's okay.
So that's good.
Was the negative pulled out? Did you?
Q minus parentheses R plus P.
So what did you have?
Q minus parentheses
Yes.
R plus P.
That's equivalent. Yeah, that's fine.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Do what?
I'm like, who comes up with this stuff? Like,
Well, the problem is you're not going to be doing this, but they're trying to teach you when you do get to log problems. And you've got to do something to come up with a log of 15. And there's something else in the problem. You may have to use this skill set to get there. This is not anything that I've ever seen on the exam, but the basis of understanding what you do to logs is going to be on there. So, no, I wouldn't worry about this so much as it's teaching you the process. It's more than just the expand and write as a single. It's more than just that. It's doing the same thing, but it's taking it to the next level. So, I get it.